Big Mac. In 1967, a franchise owner named Jim Delegati in Pennsylvania decided the regular McDonald's menu was not enough. Corporate said no. He did it anyway. 2 patties, 3 buns, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and onions, and somehow that exact combination conquered the entire planet. The burger became so globally dominant that economists at The Economist magazine created the Big Mac Index, a real financial tool that compares currency values between countries using the price of a Big Mac. A burger from a Pennsylvania franchise owner is now used by Wall Street analysts. Ray Kroc hated it at first. He was spectacularly wrong. Quarter Pounder. Walk into any McDonald's in the early 1970s and everything on the menu was designed for speed and uniformity. Same size, same weight, same everything. Al Bernardin broke that rule in 1971 with one simple idea: a quarter pound of beef, weighed before cooking, made to order. At the time, it was almost radical for McDonald's. The result was a burger for people who looked at a Big Mac and thought, less bread, more beef, less architecture. It worked then, and it still works now. Filet-O-Fish. This burger exists entirely because of religion. Lou Groen owned a McDonald's franchise in Cincinnati in the early 1960s and was losing customers every single Friday because his local Catholic community refused to eat meat during Lent. He pitched a fish sandwich to Ray Kroc. Kroc thought it was a terrible idea and pushed a meatless burger instead. They ran a head-to-head test on a Friday. The fish sandwich won by a landslide. Kroc never mentioned the meatless burger again. Today, half of all Filet-O-Fish sandwiches sold globally are bought during Lent. One man in Cincinnati accidentally created a permanent menu item that has outlasted almost everything else. McDouble. In 2008, McDonald's put this on the dollar menu and food writers immediately lost their minds. 2 beef patties, 1 slice of cheese instead of 2. That single missing cheese slice is the only meaningful difference between this and the double cheeseburger, which costs noticeably more. People figured this out almost instantly. Journalists started calling it the greatest dollar spent in fast food history. McDonald's has never publicly explained the pricing logic and probably never will. The McDouble just quietly became one of the best-selling items in the company's history and stayed there.
McChicken. McDonald's launched a chicken sandwich in 1980. It failed. They pulled it completely. Then in 1988, they brought it back, and this time the world was ready. The McChicken became so fundamental to the McDonald's identity that it is essentially the foundation every other chicken product the company has ever made is built on. Cheap, consistent, available everywhere. In several countries, it now outsells every beef burger on the menu. A product that failed once, came back quietly, and became a permanent institution without ever asking for attention.
Chicken McNuggets. In 1979, Ray Kroc told a food scientist named Renee Arend to come up with something completely new. Arend came up with bite-sized fried chicken pieces in 4 distinct shapes: bell, boot, ball, and bone. The shapes are not random and not decorative. They exist so that every piece cooks at exactly the same rate regardless of shape. McDonald's launched McNuggets nationally in 1983 and within 1 year became the 2nd largest buyer of chicken in the entire United States. One man in a test kitchen accidentally restructured the American poultry industry. That is not an exaggeration. McRib. Nothing in the history of fast food makes less logical sense than the McRib being this culturally significant. It is a boneless pork patty shaped to look like it has ribs. It tastes fine. It is not exceptional by any culinary standard. But McDonald's releases it occasionally as a limited item instead of keeping it permanent, and every single time it returns, the internet completely loses its mind. People track its availability on dedicated websites with real-time maps showing exactly which locations have it. Food journalists write serious analytical pieces about it. McDonald's discovered decades ago that scarcity is more powerful than quality and has been methodically exploiting that knowledge ever since. double quarter pounder with cheese. This is the burger McDonald's brings out when they want to have a serious conversation about beef quality. 2 quarter-pound patties, 2 slices of cheese, cooked fresh to order at most locations. No special sauce, no 3-layer bun, no architectural complexity, just meat and cheese doing exactly what meat and cheese are supposed to do. It is the heaviest thing on the standard menu and the one item where McDonald's directly competes with premium burger chains. According to a significant number of people who have tried both, McDonald's wins that comparison more often than anyone expected. Grand Mac. In 2017, someone at McDonald's looked at the Big Mac and wrote the simplest creative brief in fast food history. Same thing, but more. Bigger patties, bigger bun, identical ingredients, identical structure, no changes to the formula whatsoever. It sounds completely lazy. It worked immediately. There is a very specific type of person who loves everything about the Big Mac flavor profile, but has never once felt fully satisfied by the original portion size. The Grand Mac found every single one of those people at once and became one of the fastest adopted permanent menu additions in recent McDonald's history. Spicy McChicken. For years, people kept asking McDonald's the same question: why does everything taste so safe? The Spicy McChicken is the entire answer to that question compressed into one sandwich. A cayenne-seasoned chicken patty, same bun, same toppings as the original McChicken, nothing else changed. In every market where it is sold as a permanent item, it consistently outsells the original McChicken. McDonald's spent decades being cautious about spice, finally added a measured amount of cayenne pepper, and immediately got penalized by the data for waiting so long. The customers had been asking nicely the whole time. The customers were right.